Welcome to Clash Corner, your daily dose of chaos.
I'm about to break up with my best friend when she thinks I'm going to propose. I'm about to break up with my best friend when she thinks I'm going to propose in March. My partner and I have been together for 9 years this coming March. We're in the middle of planning a trip overseas, and the harder sides of the relationship have just gotten too much. We've had a dead bedroom for 8 years of the relationship due to some unfortunate circumstances and then a lack of reconnection, even though I've tried so hard. She is my best friend. Other than her ability to show me physical affection in the way I need it, I have nothing else to complain about. She's better than me in every way. I'm so lucky to be with her otherwise. She fits into my life perfectly. She's able to be as down-to-earth as my extended family, but is elegant, intelligent, witty, and beautiful when with my parents and their friends who are quite well off. I love her family. I want her mom to be my mom. I have already asked her mom for her hand and she was so excited. I've put on weight because I feel so physically unattractive and there is no reason to try. I've worked on so much with myself to better who I am, make more effort around the house, do everything she's mentioned in couples counseling. I'm losing the best part of my entire life, without doubt. But I'm just so lonely physically. I feel so selfish. I've moved away from my home for her, then moved back to her home for her. I've devoted myself to her. I just want intimacy and to not feel ashamed of myself for that. I can't do it before Christmas. I wouldn't do that to her. So I have to wait until after we get back. So I've got to go through a family holiday and Christmas knowing this. It just clicked today. I hate myself. So to be clear, the two traumatic experiences meant starting a new medication and a depressive episode which killed her desire for intimacy. They were a medical issue requiring surgery and her father confessing he was cheating on her mom to her on Father's Day. Then he left it for her to tell her mom, which I helped her do and walked away once the conversation had started to give them privacy. We had a fantastic intimate connection before this happened. Just to make sure, I have made this clear both in and out of couples therapy that this is something I need as part of a relationship. I've asked her if she can't work on this, to please just let me go. All of this over the last 7 years. Am I selfish for needing this?
Ready for more? Here comes Clash number 2.
My girlfriend told me to talk to my friends when my mom passed away. I was devastated and told my girlfriend how I felt. Her response shocked me. I was devastated and told my girlfriend how I felt. Her response shocked me. She said that as a man, if I wanted to be upset, I should talk to my friends about it. She also said that if anything, I should be consoling her because she had lost her future mother-in-law. Since then, I have looked at her differently and have been pulling away. Yesterday, we met up, and I told her how hurt I was and that I did not want to continue the relationship. She cried, begged, and apologized. She explained that she was upset because she felt ignored around the time of their passing and that she only made one mistake, and I am throwing away a good relationship because of it. Part of me wants to forgive her, but another part feels she showed her true colors and that this was not just a mistake, but a fundamental failure of support and empathy when I needed it most. How do you weigh a sincere apology against the discovery of someone's core values under pressure? Is reconciling possible when the hurt comes from being abandoned in your most vulnerable moment?
The chaos doesn't stop. Clash number 3.
My husband gave away my sentimental sake after I told him no multiple times. I came back from a trip with a special bottle of sake I specifically chose for us, and my husband gave it away to his friends after I told him no at least 5 times. I came back from a trip about 2 months ago and brought home an expensive bottle of sake I specifically picked after doing a sake tasting class. I'm not a big drinker, so I chose something I genuinely liked and that my husband would enjoy. It was meant as a special thing for us. I also had an unopened bottle of wine that a friend gifted me 3 months ago. My husband and I had multiple conversations where he asked if he could give the sake to his father, his cousin, or his friends, and I said a strict no every single time. Not vaguely, not jokingly, very clearly. He knew it was sentimental and partially a souvenir. He also refused to drink it the one time I opened it because he had a headache, so I had about 20 milliliters and left the rest untouched. Fast forward to 3 days ago. I'm away from home, and he has friends over after a pub night. I didn't even consider that he would touch the sake or the wine because we've had the conversation about not sharing this a million times. The next day, I ask him where the sake is. He casually tells me he shared the sake and the unopened wine with his friends, and they finished everything. I was stunned, angry, disappointed, all of it. He then says he forgot that I told him not to give it to anyone. Then adds that he doesn't remember unimportant stuff. Bear in mind, I had even given him a bottle of whiskey specifically meant for his friends after I returned from my travel. When I confronted him about the sake and wine, He flipped it and said don't let it spoil our relationship and suggested I see a counselor. Am I wrong for being this upset over something he claims is not a big deal, even though I'd told him explicitly and repeatedly not to touch it? I'm unable to process the fact that my husband casually crossed a major boundary and is nonchalant about it. Am I overreacting, or is this as disrespectful as it feels?
Another clash is on the way. Here's number 4.
I stopped covering my hair and my family disowned me. I was raised in a family where all the women follow strict religious dress codes, covering their hair and faces. I used to do the same, but it felt suffocating. I was raised in a family where all the women follow strict religious dress codes, covering their hair and faces. I used to do the same, but it felt suffocating. I couldn't keep doing it because I love my hair and my jewelry, and it was always so hot and uncomfortable. When I stopped covering my hair, my family threatened to disown me. Keep in mind, I was still dressing modestly. I just wasn't covering my hair anymore. They absolutely hated it and didn't speak to me for months. I dyed my hair blue to spite them. I still don't cover my hair. I hate the pressure, but it feels so horrible being the only one who doesn't do it. I still have my blue hair, and I feel like an alien at family gatherings because everyone else has their hair and faces covered, and then there's me. I get constantly shamed by relatives who think I'm bringing humiliation upon my family for not being covered up. And this is all because my hair is visible. I am still covered and don't show my skin. I hate it here. Would you have done the same thing, or would you have kept the peace?
Chaos overload. Let's wrap up this final clash.
I asked out my friend's mom and now I'm terrified. I ran into my friend's mom at a shopping mall recently, and we ended up having a really great conversation. She bought us both coffee and we spent time talking at a cafe. She's been single for the last few years and is currently in her mid-40s. I'm in my early 20s, and I've always found her really attractive. She carries herself with confidence and has a pretty sharp sense of humor. To people who don't know her well, she can seem cold or distant, but once you get to know her, she's one of the nicest and most caring people out there. I've been strongly drawn to her for the last 2 years. After that coffee meetup, she even appeared in my dreams twice. I've never felt this way about anyone before, not in the last 22 years of my life. Yesterday, I decided to make a move. I sent her a message on social media telling her that her dinner outfit looked really good on her. Then I asked if she wanted to grab dinner sometime, just to catch up further. She replied saying sure, and that she would bring her son along too. I didn't know how to respond to that. I wanted to make it clear that this was supposed to be a date, just the two of us. I gave it a few hours to think. Then I had a couple glasses of red wine to calm my nerves and boost my confidence. After that, I texted her telling her I would love to go on a date with her. Right after I sent that message, it was complete silence from her until about an hour ago. She sent me a text gently declining my offer and telling me I'm a great kid, and wishing me all the best with girls my age. I am absolutely crushed. I don't know how my friend will see me from now on. I have no idea if she told him about this. Would you have done the same thing, or would you have kept it to yourself?
That was today's chaos. See you at the next clash. Don't just watch the clash, join the corner. Subscribe now.